Alright, I am too lazy to actually like send out a video and do all that, even though it's literally as equal to this, if not less effort. This is just quicker than me, so I'm just gonna do a weekly recap for the week before we really get into this trading stuff, right? Obviously, we closed above this hourly for value gap, so we're probably going to possibly catch this reversal at some point here. I don't know. There's no 15-minute, but actually there is. Typically around like Sunday nights, if you can't trade a Monday, you always want to look for a setup. This is just my rule of thumb that I always catch myself doing, is finding some sort of setup at this time of the day. Well, it's night, but you get what I'm saying. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and hit a weekly recap because why not? I think my mic is actually low. This should be a little bit louder for you guys. Um, all right, let's go over it. So, weekly, jeez, dude. Yeah, we're approaching this fair value gap now. Obviously, we did inverse you to the downside, so I do see us being bearish for the week, unless we do pump with great momentum. It's either that or we're gonna pump into this fair value gap. This is ooh, that's not pretty. This is our weekly candle starting off. Wow, okay. Yeah, we don't even know if it's going to be a fair value gap or not. It might just be a entire body wick and then pump up. One of the two are going to happen. We don't know when or how. We're going to have to figure that out. So, time is going to be needed for this guy. I do see this for value gap already being tapped though, which is a sign, and I was wicking off the first one. It's kind of scary. Daily time frame, I mean, we did pretty much close with good momentum above these highs, did we? Yeah. So, I mean, probably daily draws will be this, and really that's it. I mean, if we had to be extra those highs, but for like the weekly to take out those, my best guess is somewhere around here, right? The candle's gonna look kind of like this. Wick, and probably we'll end up around here somewhere. That's my best guess. So the daily would be something like that, right? Where, okay, come up, up, bam. But yeah, we want to see if we're going to have great momentum tomorrow or not, and then that's kind of going to indicate what's going on. I don't like using a lot of external liquidity here, like as weird as it sounds. Like I don't, when I trade my strategy, I don't hop on the 4 hour and stuff. It's just not me. Right, like, oh yeah, we have this big, no, just go to the 1 hour, dude. What is currently going on, right? Inside of this mess, not what's going on down here. No, because I always complicate it. I say, okay, I don't get it. Am I supposed to look internally or externally? Obviously, external is the right answer, but I always overcomplicate it. And you can see, okay, here, we inverse with great momentum. Probably we could take out what next? These highs, right? So I'm just trying to catch the small moves at the moment for what's going to happen, not what will happen in a few minutes now. Just where are we going into right now? This 15-minute probably will be another answer for us. We could probably retrace into this discounted fair value gap, stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, currently I'd say we're bullish until those highs, and then might be bearish. So careful week we have to watch out for. Let's go look out at news real quickly. I think that's important. FX replay. Why am I there? I'm retarded. Alright, so we do have news at 9:45. We have news at 10 for Tuesday. This is good. Wednesday, no news. Thursday, news at 9:20 is Powell, so we're not even getting bothered till probably PM. Hopefully around 12 he's off. And then Friday is just CPI. Now it's PCE. Never mind. But yeah, on Monday and Tuesday, I think I'm probably just going to look for trades around 10. I mean, especially tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Tuesday, I'll be a little more cautious and try to go maybe lunchtime because 10 o'clock news is going to be really whooping me. Yeah. That's still lunchtime. So I'll probably hop on lunch hours at this time for Tuesday. But not bad, honestly. It's not bad. Could be a lot better. But yeah, so hopefully by some o'clock price action calms down and I actually can get something out of this before I head into photography. If not, no clue. I'm probably gonna bring my MacBook. I'm really like thinking that because it's so much easier in my school book. It doesn't let me trade, so I might charge my MacBook today, bring it with me to school, trade it in class. Probably it's gonna be the class I trade will be photo. And I might just start honestly using photo the whole time. Just connect my hotspot. Hotspot internet's pretty bad there, but still better than anything, right? So yeah, that's that. What else is there? I think that's it. Maybe I could connect my MacBook to like the school thingy. I'm gonna have to install like a VPN, but that's about it. We will be trading. Yeah. W's, dude. This week hopefully looks pretty nice. Try to catch some trades at 10. If I can, I'll be on at 12. If I'm not seeing it then at 12, I might bother with 2 o'clock, but not really. Probably not. For the best of it, right? Remember, my biggest flaw right now with this trading strategy is literally the fact that when I'm trying to take a trade, I somehow don't look at the candle closure, and you don't want to attack the internal low. That's our break even, right? So a great example of that would be, I mean, it's hard, right? Here we have what, a single fair value gap within the leg. Okay, kind of want to see this inverse U. Do we close above this internal high after the inversion candle? No, obviously not. So here you would be able to long. Stop loss like to just double of whatever. Don't know what the hell just happened there. And then an obvious take profit is just all this low resistance liquidity. There's definitely stacked highs here, so I could probably push a little bit here at the weapon. And TP would be hit. Oops. Right around there, and that is 131 points. So one micro contract would make you $100. To me, if I'm risking 31 and my original risk is 100, I'm putting about 3 contracts in here to risk $100 for about a $300 take profit. That's amazing. That's about two XRSs. For R, it should be actually $400 if I'm not wrong, right? Because yeah, almost 400. 131 times 3 is 394. Whatever. Alright, this is $90. 394. If I really want to make it more of a 400, I just bump the gun. But those highs are the most obvious draws that I can see. And yeah, I mean, literally, if you look at the, here it was. If you literally look here, you don't really tap much on the 1 hour. 15-minute, we do sweep lows, but nothing. But the 4 hour, there's a gap, so you can kind of judge your trade sometimes off the 4 hour. I typically don't, but it's a mix of the 1 hour, 4 hour, right? So like, obviously the 1 hour, we took out liquidity of the lows and we do wick, but we don't even get into this for value gap, so I kind of don't like this. While the 4 hour tells me we did come into for value gap. So it's good to always check the two, right? Daily buys, I'm typically going to be seeing on the 1 hour though, because the 4 hour might get complicated. But typically 1 hour is like, it's my go-to, right? It's 1 hour and 15. So, same thing. I think I took a trade last, when was that? I don't remember. Anyways, yeah. So this is good. I'm trying to decide, because typically what happens if I don't see a 1 hour confluence that we took out, I would check the 50-minute. Right? Like if I'm seeing, like, usually when we're pushing into one, right, I'm typically just constantly doing this, right? I'm like, okay, well, the biggest rejection we'll probably have is this area of unmitigated fair value gaps, right? That's on the 15-minute. It's also 1 hour gap. Nice. This is just a bunch of choppiness, and bam, look, we have 4 hour confluences, right? And it's like, okay, are we tapping into these 4 hours or something? Like, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, because we do take out the 4 hour on the left side here, and we react off of this 4 hour fair value gap, so I kind of see this coming down to this 4 hour. 1 hour, I don't really see much going on. I mean, look, we do take out 1 hour highs, come down, close 1 hour lows pretty strong, but we do sweep these lows. I mean, literally the 11 o'clock candle, right? the 11 o'clock candle, which closes right around here. Yeah. I don't know, I mean, like, yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. I think I might just stick to 1 hour 15, keep it simplistic. Like, this would be a day I wouldn't trade, even though some people might have found that. I wouldn't, right? But then, bam, what do I see over here? A 15-minute gap. Do we have an hourly gap? No. Okay. Hop on my 1 minute, right? When do we approach that 15-minute gap? Right here. This 15-minute gap, did we sweep anything? No. I mean, there is this low right here that we do sweep, but at this point, let's just take out this low. But okay, sure, we sweep that low. Is there anything to inverse here? No, not really. Check out the 3 minute. Anything to inverse there? No, not really. And obviously the 5 wouldn't really look so pretty either, now would it? Those gaps are really small. Yeah, I don't know. This is, again, a day I wouldn't bother. I mean, the 12 o'clock candle was literally, I think, right around here. Yeah. Like, see, now we're coming up and understand that we stopped to retrace down, right? Reversals are, yes, lower chances and all that, but you hop on at 12 o'clock, you kind of got to expect what's going on, right? If you're going to continuously wait for a reversal, you got these two guys waiting for an entry, right? And then when we tap into it, all we're looking for is, okay, do we inverse one of them? Which one do we inverse? Right here, this giant gap. Do we close a good displacement? Yeah. Where's our obvious break even going to be? Right here. We go down, tap into this gap, break even, right? Not bad, honestly, because this gap held the whole time through until you tap the break even line. And then, say we look for a re-entry. Okay, here we have a clear pump up. Also, make sure we're taking out liquidity or something, right? Here, do we take out liquidity? No, we ran out of liquidity. So, this was an example of a trade I wouldn't take. Right, so I'm like, okay, we didn't take out any liquidity. I'm just going to wait. What happens? We're stalling. We do take out liquidity here, but not really. We close above it. Okay. What about over here? Okay, we take out liquidity, right? Like, it's just, it's choppy, right? It's choppy price action. Here it gets it mitigated. So we're waiting for a new leg to get inverse. Here's our leg that we want inverse. It's low volume. This is weird because we don't want to see a leg up instantly and then an inversion right back down, right? That's just weird. I mean, this is obviously Friday news. I mean, Friday PM, don't really bother with those. People don't bother. So it's kind of that, but this was probably the best inverse you would have found. I mean, I don't know what else to say, right? We're in a 15-minute gap. We didn't really... Okay, I mean, let's just say this. We took out all this liquidity. We inversed. Decent volume. And typically when I see like the next two candles chop, it's kind of a sign for me to get out of the position. I mean, if you look at every single time I've took an entry from a back test, it was never that case, right? I don't know if I was live streaming actually, this, or if I was on my screen recorder. Let me see. Give me a second. Alright, we are back at it. Alright, I'm just gonna cover one type of trade and show you guys what I mean. So, since we closed above, let me put on my display. Alright. Here's one up. Retracement, right? Retracements literally are anywhere. They were dumping, didn't close above you. No, not really. Did tap you though. Within the leg, I can kind of see you working out. And you. Alright, we're saying stop loss to break even right now. Here's my I do see this being targeted before we get dumped down. I mean, it's stacked highs once again. It seems like to me a valid long entry, at least to this high. I'm gonna have to readjust my entry here. Let's check out the 1 minute. Yeah, we'll do on the tick. See what happens. Almost forgot. Alright. So, alright. Alright, ready for the day. Oh, we have somewhat of a tight stop loss. It's not really as forgiving. Alright, that's buoy. I thought did I stream it maybe? I'm trying to figure out what was it because it was one or the other.
Today we're talking.
Give me a second. Because I know one of them I did live stream. I'm not sure if it was. Right. Here you go. What do I use? 1 hour and 15 minute only. Right? So we draw down. Alright. Alright, what did we do? We inverses for value gap, and we took out highs on the way down, so it seems valid to me, right? So we came up, took out all this liquidity. React off of this for value gap. Exactly. And we inverse the one for value gap that's in here, so I kind of see this as like a valid short entry model. That's break even. Alright. We're just gonna TP at this low. And this is kind of valid for me. We're actually meeting at like we should close. So we're just closing on my position here. There you go. Do you guys see what I did though? I don't want you guys to mistake it, but let's go back over to our chart here. That trade, did the candle stutter? And if it did stutter, was it for a second or two, or what did it look like? Yeah, 1, and then it dumps. So typically, I mean, I either have the rule like take profit right away, not take profit, but stop loss or target, like one or the other. Neither can happen, and it usually happens. I mean, like here was a great example of that. We inversed. There's not even a fair value gap. I'm not gonna tickle you guys. This is not even an entry. There's not a fair value gap here. I don't see one. I mean, maybe around this 3 o'clock candle, you guys could take maybe, is it a 3 minute? I doubt the 3 minute is literally 1. Yeah, probably gonna be 1. I don't know. That doesn't look too good either, honestly. I mean, 3 points, but we do deliver. We do take out lows. We do deliver off of a for value gap. And we do inverses for value gap. Decently nice. I mean, like an obvious break even would be a valid one, right? Like a really valid one. To me, is always the nearest internal high or low. So this break even. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out, but it's break even. You see TP gets hit. Well, we're targeting these highs, right? These stacked highs. The most dominant high gets hit. This is like an example of one of them, right? Where you can obviously see off the 15-minute, where are we drawing into after this pump that we came from, right? So this high is obvious. We do have this fair value gap, and we do inverse within this candle. So I kind of know we're coming into one of these highs, and that's your entry. That's like your valid, you know. So it's always nice to not only like see what's the high and low in gaps, but also where we're respecting, disrespecting. We disrespected this fair value gap. I can expect us to take out this high and then draw onto the fair value gap, right? What do? We actually take out this high and almost tap. I think we do. No, we took out this high, yeah. And the other high. So, you see what I'm saying though? Like, kind of correlate the two. Oh, what's being disrespected and what's respected. What did we come down here and do? We took out this. We don't know. Whatever. Okay, cool. What do we do? Inverse. Okay. Either I can look for an entry to continue up into this high. Say I didn't catch this entry for whatever reason. Say I'm looking for an entry somewhere in here, right? Let's take out that high. Let me make sure I know what time frame we're on. Anything past 11:45. Here's 11:45 for you guys. We deliver off of a fair value gap, right? Just gonna delete this. We deliver off of a fair value gap. We inverse the 15 minutes, so we understand that we're bullish. Deliver off fair value gap. We took out lows. What is this? Right, IFEG. Go along here. And then target this obvious draw on liquidity. Obviously it hits it, but where's our stop loss going to be for break even? We tap it, break even, close. Okay. Now we come up to the high, alright? Same process all over again. Just mark out that 15-minute gap. I'd like to really look at this trade later on in time. Come out, take out the high, right? Is there anywhere for value gap we can really inverse? Yeah, this guy, in my opinion, is okay. But what happens? We mark out break even, we come down to break even. Right? We literally get stop backed out and break even. So another trade loss, right? Now we're coming down. But they're all break even, so then we get this guy, right? What do we do here? We inverse the. We came in, right? We obviously, I think, inverse the 15-minute. I think I said that, right? I might have pointed that out. And this trade came out around 3 o'clock. The last hour is also pretty active until 4 o'clock. But yeah, we inverse this 15-minute at what, 2:45. We are at the 3 p.m. macro. And you can kind of see that we have that retracement entry with the sweep, and then this for value gap respecting. So typically when you find those two together, you get really good high quality setups, right? Same thing coming in if I were to look at, say, I think not Wednesday, but Tuesday, right at the almost 3 o'clock. Like here's 3 o'clock, right? It's really choppy price action, honestly. I wouldn't even consider the draw to be highs or lows or whatever at that point. It's just, this is our obvious internal. This is our obvious external. We have the fair value gap at top. Yeah, I don't even know. This thing's really bad. The gap is just there. But I did show us that our draw liquid would be those lows in the gap on market open for that day, and that's where we went. Then we come out, take it, and I see what's price doing, right? If we're reacting bullish, I know what to do. Go bullish, right? So, like, the 15-minute we chop around, obviously. I kind of see that, and I'm understanding, okay, well, is there anything on our far left that we're possibly bullish from? I think there was, but forget that. Look anywhere here for a long entry and catch that. Honestly, there was nothing here for that day. Maybe Monday or there was something long for like a 3 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it kind of depends. Like, the 2 o'clock candle really carries the significance there, especially with 12 o'clock too. Here was 12 o'clock of that day. It was just choppy. You can kind of see like our jaw for the 15 and 1 hour is kind of fixated. But after we take out this high, even say I am bearish because we took out this 15-minute high, because the 1 hour didn't tell me whatever. I think actually I would have been bullish though, but still. Yeah, at least into this gap because we took out lows, but we didn't react off of you. Let me see the 15-minute here. Yeah. One day I'd be bullish still from that. So, let me just do this with you guys, and then I'm off to do my own thing and finish a movie. Right? Here's our 12 o'clock candle. I mean, this is a decent entry you guys can catch if you really wanted to. It would be this inversion. Obviously, stop loss is right there, so I don't know. Let me really see this through. I think maybe a 3-minute would have been better for a Monday. And I could be lying to myself right now, but I really am serious about what is this entry. And the 3-minute would be a long inversion. I already know the 5's gonna be even longer, so we're gonna go back to the 1 minute. Let's go back and look. Alright. So obviously there's nothing there to look for right off of that guy, so we're gonna wait again. Alright, what do? We come out, take out lows, right? After taking out lows, is there an obvious for value gap to inverse? Yeah, there is this tiny guy right here, honestly. But not really a clear enough one. Honestly, if I got the 2-minute, you best believe I'm using it, but we're going to have to stick with whatever the 3-minute is. Here we don't inverse the 3-minute till later. You can use the 5 then if you want. I mean, we closed on the tick for the 3, but we didn't inverse it, as you see. So I would wait until this candle came up before I took an entry. This is about the 1250 macro. Also, keep in mind, kill zones really are useful for this because we're catching volume pulls. Nothing of that, like, goofy stuff. Like, goofy out Uncle Productions. Alright, here's where, like, the bad R comes to play. The bad risk reward. This for value gap right here would hold, but your entry would be chopped ASL. Right, what do I mean by that? 30-point stop loss to target something as minimal as a 2R trade is diabolical, okay? This 30-point stop loss is about costing me 3 contracts, which isn't bad, but if I were to just utilize the same exact thing on the 3-minute here for an entry, give me a second. Oops. The 3-minute entry is a lot more idealistic and like in speaking of volume of like, I mean, just look at this. Okay, it's about the same, I lied. But you kind of have your obvious draws, and price isn't close to it, but still. 5-minute, 3-minute works, right? I probably use the 5 though, because the 3, we had this mitigation going on here. Just doesn't look clean to me ever. I'm just a big old wuss, but yeah, that's that. So if you guys don't find something on your time frame, either 1, scale up higher, 2, don't bother and wait for a new condition. I'm out.